Guys, have you ever got this situation that somebody ghosted you? What I mean is when you provide beautiful proposal to the person and they never come back to you. They never pick up your phone, they never answer your email. There could be multiple reasons for that, but one of the main reasons you don't understand what was the client motivation. And the good thing about this is that there are only three main client motivation that will affect their business decision. And guess what? Today I will share with you those motivations and I will describe to you how you can affect them. So at the end of the day, you can get much more close deals and do not be ghosted anymore. Let's get right into it. My name is Adam Skoneczny and you are watching Go Global Asia podcast. After many years helping IT companies scale and sell to the Western clients, I have created this podcast to share with you what actually works. This is the podcast for professionals who want to learn about sales, business expansion, and global collaborations. Guys, today we will get into the subject that every founder and every sales professional, they need to know. The way how the client decide to buy from you or not, this is the crucial element for you to understand. So imagine this situation. This is one of the worst situations that the many people face. I face it many times, and I guess if you're a salesperson or a CEO, you also faced it before. So basically, you find the lead, you put a lot of time to research to qualify, and then yeah, you find this perfect lead. Then you join into the sales meeting together. And then you have this discovery call, and the communication is amazing. And you feel that you have this bond together. You invite them to the next session where you get in deeper into their product. You strongly believe you can help them. Then you send them proposal and cricket, nothing. Client say nothing, client do not pick up the phone, client do not reply emails, and you never hear from them again. This is the terrible, the worst situation that we all hate. And what I want to do in this podcast today, I actually want to help you to avoid this kind of situation. I will share with you the three main elements that you need to consider when you're selling in the B2B to your clients, because those three elements, there are main motivations, main arguments on based on which client will make a decision to buy or not to buy. Okay, guys, let me start with number one. Make it actually pretty simple for you. I have created something what I call decision triangle. So if you take a triangle and shift it upside down, such as like this, I hope you can see it in camera. And here on a very foundation, you will have a criteria number one, which I call price versus value ratio. And what it is, this is pretty straightforward, guys. Does your product it's worth much more than the price you're asking it for? Okay, again, I will explain it much clearer. So if you sell something to your client, do they perceive that the value you give them is much higher than the price you're asking for? So give you an example. Let's say the Ferrari car. If I ask you to buy from me Ferrari car for $5,000, you perceive the value of this car. It's much higher than this $5,000. And you will be willing to do everything you can, even if you don't have a $5,000 with you, to find those $5,000 as soon as possible and buy this car from me. And in other way, the perceived value of the product is much lower than actually the price you are asking for the product. So let's imagine that I am trying to sell you this pen and I am asking for this $6,000. So the perceived value of this pen in your eyes might be $10, but I am asking for very high price, which is mismatch. So what you need to do, you need to make sure you offer so much value to the client, or you help the client understand, perceive the value much higher than the actually price you're asking for. And this is the key number one, how you need to position your product or service. Okay, so guys, coming back to this upside down triangle. On this corner now, on the left, we have something what I call risk. And again, it's pretty straightforward, but how we apply this to the decision-making process. If client buying from you your product and there is the risk they need to take, then they will be much more hesitant to buy from you. So for example, if the client need to pay you in advance 6 months, then they will perceive this is pretty risky. If you do software development and then in the 6 months the client will see some initial results. In the other hand, for example, how I am doing this, I am removing completely risk from the client and taking it on my shoulder. In my consulting services, I am offering 2 or 3 types of the guarantees. First of guarantee, if a client doesn't like what I prepare for them, the plan, the strategy, how we work with their team in the first 5 weeks, I will give them the whole money back and I will give them every material I have prepared for them so they can take the plan, they can take the strategy and execute by themselves. This is the guarantee number 1. Guarantee number 2, I obligate into number of meetings or revenue in the pipeline. And if we don't get this kind of result, we will work for our client full time for free until the result will be there. So as you see, I am taking the risk on my shoulders and removing it completely from the client. Thanks to this, making decision for the client is much, much easier. And think how you can do it in your IT service company. What kind of guarantee what you can provide? What kind of trial period you can provide? What kind of maintenance system you can provide? What kind of customer support you can provide as well? And guys, point number 3, coming back to our pyramid or triangle, sorry, upside down triangle. On the right corner here, we have a time. So every client is sensitive to the time. What do I mean? Since the moment they pay you money and engage with you, when they will see the result. And obviously, faster than they see result, then the better it's for you and for them, and they will be much more willing to go ahead with you. So guys, let me give you one example from pharmaceutical industry, which is pretty obvious and probably most of you were exposed to. We are willing to use the painkiller more likely or some medicine instead of doing everyday yoga for a very long time to not feeling the back pain. Okay, especially this is very popular in the Western countries. We don't want to do yoga. We don't want to exercise every day to in 5 months feel good. We rather take the pill and feel good right away. And this is actually how the time is perceived by buyers. If you can reduce amount of the time from the moment they purchase to the moment they feel first good result from you, this will help your client to make decision and go ahead with you. So guys, that's it for this today's session. But before we finish, I just want to mention about one thing. We have created assessment for the IT companies, and we have created this new program where we provide you assessment, you fill it in, and then based on this assessment and other information we research online, we provide you free personalized consultation, how you can change, how you can improve, how you can get more clients, how you can grow your revenue, and how you can scale your IT business. So if you want to, please fill it in assessment down below. Our team will check the assessment, then we will analyze your company. We play in like a little detective role, and then we will book the meeting with you, or we will do it online directly through the chat and provide you personalized advice for your business. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much. Take care.